Yeah,
we have to pump you up.
Hey, it's Dave Salvadore. Welcome back to Blueline Design. Appreciate you visiting my channel again, where this week I'm going to show you how I would do a muscle mashup. Now, you remember these little toys from the 80s? Of course you don't, because you're young and I'm old. But if you're old, you remember these toys. Muscles were awesome. Recently, I actually went on eBay. I won a big lot of them so I could share them with my kids, and they brought back a lot of great memories, and they're so creative. A lot of fun. Loved muscles. That's part one of the mashup. Part two of the mashup is I also recently watched Clash of the Titans with my kids. Maybe you gotta be careful watching Clash of the Titans with your kids. Man, that was great. That was a good one. Ray Harryhausen, all the monsters and the Greek mythology and all kinds of ology going on there. There's all kinds of things in that movie. Anyway, I was a kid. I saw that movie. I loved it. A while ago, I had a client actually hire me to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles muscles. And then I learned that there were He-Man muscles, Aliens muscles, all kinds of muscles. People obviously love these things. So what I thought would be fun to do is to do a Muscles Clash of the Titans mashup. So what I'm going to share with you is my design process for taking some of the characters from Clash of the Titans and turning them into muscles. The three characters that I went with are the hero Perseus, Calibus, and of course Medusa. And I am going to turn them in, I'm gonna musclefy them. Stay tuned. At the end of the video, I have a special offer for those who are interested in package design. Let's get right into today's video. The first thing that I do is I study the actual muscles figures. I notice that they are very gummy almost, very rounded, playful, fun, and try to incorporate that into the design process. So when I draw these characters, I'm actually going to draw them as if they're caricatures of the characters. So once I have a loose gesture in place of the characters, then I'm able to go back and kind of refine the pencils a little bit more and concentrate on their personalities. So the key is not to invest too much detail and get lost in the weeds, but to rather keep everything very loose so that I can manipulate things and warp things to make the figure look fun and dynamic overall. Once I have the figures roughed out, I convert them into a non-photo blue so that I can begin to clean them up. Now I'm cleaning up the drawings in Procreate using a brush marker pen so that it has a very expressive feeling to the lines, and this way I'm able to clean up the drawings and refine the concepts and prepare them for color. With the concepts nice and cleaned up, I'm ready to move on to the coloring phase. So where these will really start to look like muscles is when they are that muscly pink beige color. And the next thing I do is I change the line color so that it brings it more into that muscly world than a pen and ink drawing. I just add a little shadow here on the ground to ground them so they're not floating in space. So here I use a standard oval brush, set it to multiply, and pick a color close to the base color to add some shading and contouring so that they look like little sculptures. So here I dropped in a gray square so that I can get rid of some of that white and see the shading and highlighting better. Once I have the shading in there, I take the dodge tool and I brighten up some of the high points of the figures. And then I take an oval tool with about 60% white and I begin to do some highlighting. This is where adding those highlights will really bring the figures into that plastic realm. So here are the final concepts for the Muscles Clash of the Titans mashup, and I really enjoyed working on them. So I hope you thought that was fun to watch me do the Muscle Titan mashup. What I'm trying to do is build up my email subscriber list. So what I thought would be a cool way to do that is to offer, for those who are interested in package design, an exclusive video where I take the muscles that you saw me design and I will do the next part, which is to design a package for them to go into. There's a link in the description below if you're interested in that special offer. Until next week, keep drawing, keep designing.